Oh man, that is a beauty. I have to wear a hat. Nope. That'll do. Do you remember me? It's Luke, your old buddy. Here, finally recording another video. It's been a year, that's for sure. If I could describe this year, I would definitely say that it's been a year. But I wanted to be positive, you know? I wanted to put everything aside. I've had a busy year. I've had some downs, I've had some ups. I've moved house, can't you tell by this big black wall that it's not the white wall, that it's not just painted, it's a different wall. Never mind. As I say, I wanted to be positive. Match betting seemingly coming to an end, I would say. I certainly don't think that it's got much shelf life left in it anymore. Not for beginners anyway. People coming in probably earn a few quid. I recently got someone into it who's earned about £1,000. They're already telling me that they don't really see where they can go next. They can do a few offers here and there, but with a small bankroll, there's not really much you can do. I wanted to be positive. I wanted to look at how match betting has changed my life. And whilst this might not be the most useful for all of you watching, I hope that it interests you in some way. So I hope you stick with it. And I'm hoping to make some more content maybe in some different areas going forward. So if you do like this sort of thing, then maybe you'll like some of the other stuff that I have planned. So the first way that match betting has changed my life is that it completely changed the way that I looked at gambling. When I was 18, 19, 20, I had a real gambling problem and I never knew it at the time. I never realized it. Obviously, I knew I was gambling a lot. I didn't think that I was gambling though, because I thought, as people do, I thought I knew better than the markets did. I knew better than the people telling me to stop betting did. First started getting into poker, I think. I remember, well, I've always been pretty shit at poker, but I remember starting playing and I won about $900, I think it was. In one of the first days, or maybe the first weeks that I was playing on PokerStars, I won about $900. And I instantly took the next day off work sick, pulled a sickie, and I then lost all $900 the next day, sat in bed. I think I was 19 years old at the time. I don't know how much money I lost sports betting over the years, but it was a lot. And when match betting came along, it taught me something completely different. It taught me about value. It taught me about the fact that winning bets alone isn't how you become profitable. It's about finding value in bets and making sure the value on offer is greater than the perceived chance of that team winning. That's the only way you can be profitable in betting. And for a while, it stopped me gambling completely. It stopped me wanting to just do any sort of risk, really. I even wanted to stop making investments. I wanted to stop looking for business opportunities, to a degree at least, because I wanted this low risk or no risk option to continue for ages. But after a while, once I'd started to get to grips with the no risk thing, I learned more about value and I started to see that variance is okay. It's okay to make investments. It's okay to lose money every now and again, as long as you know there's value on offer, and in the long run, you're likely to end up with more money. So that was one of the greatest things that happened to me in my personal life. The fact that I don't really gamble anymore. I absolutely hate gambling. If I can help it, I don't want to spend another pound in a casino in my life, even just for a bit of fun, even just for a flutter, because I just don't want to do it. And you know, you might be different. You probably are. Most people are different to me, but I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to. The second way that match betting changed my life was obviously a financial one. The fact that I had a full-time job at the time, I was match betting on the side, and all of a sudden my match betting earnings personally, this was a few years ago of course, started to get to £1,000 a month within the first month, and then £2,000 a month within, I can't remember how long it was, like 3 or 4 months, and then I started hitting £2,000 a month consistently. £1,000 a month at an absolute minimum. I can't remember how long I went. It was at least 2 years where I never earned below £1,000 profit in a month. I had a couple of 5-figure profit months. I've written about this on the site before. I'm not really here to just sit and brag about money because I don't have loads of it. I'm not here to sit and pretend that I'm really successful. I'm not. As soon as match betting started going well for me, I quit my job. I started doing match betting as my job. And the reason for this wasn't because I was making so much money doing it. It was because I preferred an easy life. I wanted to make my salary from home. I wanted to do so without having to travel and commute to a workplace. And that's what match betting really did for me. That's the main thing that it did for me, is allow me to live a more comfortable life. And I don't mean financially necessarily. I just mean a life that I prefer. And that is being alone at home with no friends, as well as financially from the actual match betting side of things. Of course, I started beating betting, formerly known as Guide to Match Betting. What a great name that was, by the way. And this helped me to earn money in a different way. Those of you who are familiar with the site will know that I use affiliate links. I try and do so fairly, I guess. I don't have any affiliate deals with bookmakers or casinos. I don't want to earn money when you lose money. I'm not interested in any of that shit. But Beating Betting has been successful. It's been a successful site. It's been very good to me. And whilst match betting has generally declined and whilst I got gubbed and banned from everywhere, the business side of things, the fact that I could earn money from the site really started to help. Now, at the start, I wasn't taking a salary from the business. I was looking to invest that money in other places, and I did so pretty fucking badly. But as match betting declined and the profits declined, I started to take a salary out of the business, and my match betting related site has helped me to pay the bills. And thank fuck it has, because as I say, I've had a year. I couldn't work for a couple of months, and I've been so fortunate without health insurance and shit like that. I've been so lucky that I could actually still fall back on something. I'm so grateful for that. And I've just got to say thank you to the bookies for allowing this to happen, at least until this point, and now they've seemingly killed it off for the most part. Starting the website also allowed me to progress my skills that I'd learned from the workplace. I used to work for a marketing agency, just a small one, and before that I was working in-house for a company doing online marketing related stuff, and it allowed me to use the knowledge and skills that I got from there and put those into building something that was my own. And when it's your own, not only do you benefit financially, but you start to really learn things a lot more than you do when you're doing things for someone else, because what you do matters. You have to learn to prioritize things. You have to learn where to spend your time, where to spend your money, where are going to be the biggest things in terms of return on investment. Those things were really helpful for me. And then I decided to forget everything that I'd ever learned and invest all the money terribly into various projects, various hires. The money wasn't spent well, and everything went down the shitter, really. But I have learned from it, and that is the main benefit, I guess. The point that I'm trying to make is, despite the fact that I've made mistakes, match betting and beating betting have really helped me to learn how to sort of grow an online project, the things that you should be doing, the things that you shouldn't be doing, and it's really not that hard. And I guess a lot of people here would be probably trying to pitch something to you or sell you a course. I'm not going to do that. But what I will say is that I am hoping to talk about my other projects in a lot more detail, probably on the other channel. There's not been any videos on there in a long time either as well, but I'll pop a link down to that channel in the description below anyway. If you want to check out the couple of videos that are on that channel, then you can. And I'm also hoping to start a podcast as well. It's not going to be betting related. It's going to be about online business projects and making money from home and that kind of thing, but not your typical side hustle shit. I'm not looking to make £20 an hour here. I'm looking to start projects that end up being very successful, and that's what I want to talk about on that podcast. I know I said I wasn't going to try and sell something to you. Well, I guess I'm not, because it's free anyway, but keep an eye out for those things if you do think you'll be interested. I appreciate that I've been rambling a lot here, but match betting really has changed my life. I hope that it has changed yours as well. I'd love to hear some of your success stories down in the comments below. If beating betting or if I helped introduce you to it, even better. Feed my ego. Tell me about it. Tell me how I've helped you, please. I need some of that positive energy. I would love to hear from you. If you do think that you'll be interested in more videos, then hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed this. And I hope I can see you again in another video. Maybe I'll even have you listening to the podcast. Who knows? But thank you very much for watching. And I really appreciate everyone that got in touch over the last year as well. If you're not already aware, I had cancer. Testicular. It didn't take me too long to recover from. Everything's fine now. Not going to go into any more details other than that because I'm bored of talking about it. Most of you are bored hearing about it. I'll speak to you again another day. Goodbye.